Okay, so I'm over here at Len Porzio's house, and as everybody knows, Len is the god of kombucha. He's actually the man who invented the term SCOBY, which is the what is the SCOBY?
Symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast.
Right. So I'm just because I'm here with Len, I'm going to pick up my batch of Len Porzio brand kombucha before I go. Mm-hmm. And what you need to do is show the audience your manufacturing facility here and your stash of kombucha and how you bottle it and stuff. So let's go take a look.
All right, okay, let's go. Alright, well here's where the elixir brews, in the cabinet above my refrigerator, which happens to be a few degrees warmer than the normal chilling temperature my wife keeps the house at. And as you can see, we have last week's preparation here, and this one is due to come off tomorrow when we'll filter it and put it in bottles.
Okay.
Alright?
And you can see the SCOBY sitting down at the bottom of the Len Porzio kombucha there. What's this one in the middle? Is that kombucha too? But it's in a dark
Yes, that's
container.
The starter pot. That's where I keep my continuous brew for starter to make sure that it's extra acidic when I add it to my new ferment. And we also keep a culture or two in there too.
Okay. All right. Well, that looks great, Len. Let's go take a look at the stash of kombucha.
That's right. Because kombucha tastes best after it's been stored for about a month or so. So we keep a buffer of bottles in the basement.
And I stored some for 3 months, and I think it was even better after 3 months. Aha.
Okay, so you can see those big soda bottles lying down.
There's the kombucha stash down there.
Those are the fresh ferment that I just put in the refrigerator last week. Then I've got some glass bottles that look like ginger ale bottles over here. Those are, after I pull it out of the big plastic bottles, I put it into the small bottles. And then they get moved over here into this refrigerator for another few weeks where they age. And as you can see on the door, oh, by the way, that's yours, Bob. I'll have to bring that upstairs.
All right.
But by the time we actually get to drink them, they're about 5 to 6 weeks old. So, Bob, here's your kombucha. We'll bring this upstairs so that we can get you situated.
All right. Well, that's great, Len. So, what's the secret to the best kombucha in the world?
What's the secret to the best? The starter pot has got to be the secret, because you got to have very mature age starter to make sure that you get a consistent ferment each time.
Now, at what point do you add the ginger?
Just before we put it into the glass bottles, that's the final phase.
Uh-huh.
So once it gets good and carbonated, we pour it into the glass bottles and we add a slice of ginger there and let the ginger give it a little extra flavor.
So what kind of tea do you use for your kombucha?
Well, we use 2/3 green and 1/3 black tea.
Okay. And do you use tea bags or do you use loose tea, or what do you use?
Just use cheap tea bags. I mean, the better tea you have, the better better batch you can make. But once it ferments and after it sits in storage for a month, you'd be hard pressed to tell the difference between the really good quality tea and the cheap tea. So I do the cheap thing.
And what kind of sugar do you use? Anything special?
White sugar, just plain white table sugar.
Okay.
Yeah, because that ensures you get a consistent ferment each time.
Well, the kombucha fanboys out there are going to love your sharing your secrets of kombucha with the world. And thanks a lot, Len.
Okay.